Greetings, it's Ian from RTO. Welcome to A Perfect Side, where I take an album, listen to it about 3 million times, and then decide which is my favourite side. Well, before we start, there is a little video that my good friend Richard McCook did, and he did a bit of a twist on this, and he took 10 albums with flawless sides. So go over to Richard's channel. I'll put the link in the description. Go and have a watch what he done as well, and thank you, Richard, for the mention on that. So today we're going to look at one of Richard's favourite bands, actually, the Smiths. And I know it's a big favourite of Rob Walker as well. And we're going to look at the Queen Is Dead album. Now, the Queen Is Dead was the third album by the Smiths, and it was released on June the 16th, 1986. So playing on here, we have got, of course, Morrissey on lead vocals and backing vocals, which the big mouth strikes again has credited to Suzanne Coates. Don't know. Johnny Marr on guitars and orchestrations. Andy Rourke, of course, on the bass, and Mick Joyce on the drums. So the first track on the album is actually the title track, The Queen Is Dead, and it says it includes Take Me Back to Dear Old Blighty medley, which was written by AJ Mills and Fred Godfrey and Ben Scott. Now, I love this start of this. I love it that they included Take Me Back to Dear Old Blighty, and then the drums come in on Mick Joyce. I like this track as well. Some nice guitar work from Johnny. What a great opening track to this album. Then we have one of my favourite tracks on here, Frankly, Mr. Shankly. It's a quirky acoustic thing. It's a great vocal from Morrissey. I don't know if this is about one of his old teachers, but it's basically Morrissey just sticking two fingers up at the teacher and say, yeah, I'm going to make something of my life. Yeah, I love that. It's a short track, but it is so fun. Then we get I Know It's Over, one of my favourite tracks on this. I just love that gentleness and the acoustic guitar. And then we've got Morris's terrific vocal. Very underrated song, that is. Then we have Never Had No One Ever. It's one of them tracks that's driven by Andy, some bass line. They had some great bass lines in their songs, and this is one of them. It's a super song, really good track. Then we have one of my favourites on here, Cemetery Gates, the quirky song, another great bass line. It's just one of my favourite songs off this album. You can't get much better than that one. That's the end of side one. So let's flip it over to side two, and the first track on there is Big Mouth Strikes Again. Got some lovely guitar on this, nice gentle acoustics as well, really sounds nice. We got that opening bass and drums, really kept the song going. Then we have the brilliant The Boy with a Thorn in His Side, solid track, just classic Smiths, isn't it? Really nice guitars. And then we get Dicker in a Tutu, another of my favourites. It's a quirky tongue-in-cheek song from Morrissey. I love the little delicate touches on the guitars on this one. Then my favourite track off this album, and it's There Is a Light That Never Goes Out. It's just fantastic. I love how this flows. The bass line is very important from Andy, that keeps the song going. It's one of the best vocals by Morrissey on this album. And the last track on here is Some Girls Are Bigger Than Others. Another tongue-in-cheek track. It may offend some people today, but this was back in the 80s, so who cares? It's a great track. I think it's just got I think it's appreciating that doesn't matter how big you are, you've got a personality, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, tough one this is. Now, as I think you know, back in the 80s, I wasn't a big fan of the Smiths. I found them boring. But as I got older, as you know, I thought, I've listened to this and I think they're terrific and I really like them now. This is one of them albums that hasn't really got a bad track on it. So it was a very, very hard decision, this one. What have we got here? I mean, favourite track on here is There Is a Light and Not Goes Out. It flows lovely. Then we got Vicar in a Tutu, a lot of tongue and cheek. We've got the opening track, Queen is Dead, is fantastic, a great opening track. I love the drums on that. The quirky Frankly Mr. Shankly. And then you've got Cemetery Gates. So, well, though my favourite track is on side 2, I think it's side 1 that I really tune into. We've got that great opening track, the inclusion of Mr. Blighty, Take Me Back to Dear Old Blighty, into their music. That quirky, frankly, Mr. Shankly. The guitar work on I Know It's Over is brilliant. If it's just got, I think, and Cemetery Gates is just an incredible track. It's one of my favourite tracks by the Smiths. So today we are going to go with side 1, I think. I'd like to know what you guys think, but for me, side 1 is just great. I mean, the whole album's great, but for me, I always love listening to side 1. Okay, that's all for today. We've got a little thing happening later today, which I'm going to support my good friend on. So, can have a nice relaxed day today. We'll be back tomorrow though, and we haven't got Ladies' Day tomorrow because that's on Wednesday this week. So we're gonna look at probably one of the better glam rock bands from the 80s, Poison. Well, I've actually seen, and they're pretty good live. And also retro ranking tomorrow. I'm gonna do some of my favourite deep cut AC/DC songs. None of the singles. If you go to the shows, you'll hear them, but they're not the better known tracks. There are some that they're classics. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So have a great day, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.